Don't read a quote and say, "This is wise," but read a quote and say, "How can I relate this to my life?" There are times when you see someone for the last time and don't even realize it. Watch out. You'll never know the true value of the moment until it becomes a memory. Never expect too high. The more you expect when it doesn't meet your expectation, the more it's going to hurt. It is indeed very hard to move on, but once you do, you'll realize it was your best decision. Never make a promise you can't keep. Stop letting other people take advantage of you. Learn to say no and understand your rights. You might regret your speech, but you'll never regret your silence. Learn to let go, even if you are right. Life is a boxing game. Defeat is not declared when you fall down. It is declared when you refuse to get up. Breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. Things will get better. Just wait. You will be disappointed and heartbroken multiple times, but it's how you respond that matters. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. No relationship is worth damaging your mental health. Depend on yourself, never on others. Being too nice breaks you. You've got to do what's right for you, even if it hurts some people you love. The days that break you are the days that make you. Time never waits. It only urges you to catch up or get left behind. Trust yourself. You've survived a lot, and you'll survive whatever is coming. You grow mentally weak when your life is too comfortable. Sometimes loneliness is the price you pay for growth. Embrace every opportunity, for regrets come from the chances we didn't take. If you can dream it, you can do it. You are who you are. Nobody's approval is needed. Learn from what people do, not from what they tell you. Expect nothing, and you will never get disappointed. Stop telling people more than they need to know. You meet every single person for a reason. Find something you love, something you can lean on to, something that would keep you going. You need something to fall back on when you get depressed. Nothing is complicated, not as much as you assume. It's just your mind playing tricks with you. If you get down to it, it's all really simple and clear. Saying no is important. People don't get offended as much as you think. Never awaken a woman's love with no intention of loving her. When talking to people, look them in the eye and on the face. This will make you more confident in front of others. Time is your most valuable resource. There are no refunds or second chances for the time you waste. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Be impatient with actions, but patient with results. Remember 5 years ago, you dreamed about being where you are now. Think about it. Not everybody wants to be your friend, and that's okay. You really don't want everybody as a friend anyway. Give back, even if it's donating your tag sale leftovers or handing a dollar bill over to someone less fortunate. Do it. It'll make you feel good. Everything happens for a reason, always. You will look back at your life with much more regret for the things that you didn't do than for the things that you did. Things don't make us happy, experiences do. Do not fear getting hurt. You can't grow if you don't hurt. Don't ruin your health to earn money. You will end up spending your money to recover your health, and that is not reciprocal. Be kind to people without allowing them to take advantage of your good nature. You came into this huge world alone and will go out of it alone. Hence, you can make any impossible thing possible by yourself only. If you punish the truth, expect to be lied to. Efforts never go in vain. How others see you is not important. How you see yourself means everything. The only way to live like a king is to work like a slave. Just let it be. If it's meant to be, it will happen. Your past was never a mistake if you learned from it. Once you feel free, someone avoids you, never disturb them again. Perceive failure as a vulnerable teacher and a stepping stone to success. Celebrate small victories and milestones because they pave the way for bigger achievements. Whoever brings you the most peace should get the most time. Some things are meant to cross your way but are not meant to stay. Your direction is more important than your speed. Never fall in love with the same person twice, because the second time you fall in love with the memories, not the person. You need to stop the habit of doubting yourself. You can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. Your heart will tell you where to go. Your head will guide you there safely. Use one without the other, and you'll get lost. Never be afraid to treat people the way they treat you. Just be real. It saves everyone's time. Never think twice about investments in yourself. They pay dividends for a long time. Life will only come around once, so do whatever makes you happy. You can't do big things if you are distracted by small things. If you're not happy with yourself, you'll never be happy in a relationship. Being lonely and being alone are different things. Overthinking ruins you. It ruins the situation, twists things around, makes you worry about futile questions, and makes everything much worse than it actually is. Just trust your instincts. Gut feelings can sometimes save you from big troubles. You don't get extra marks for putting up with people you dislike. Life is unfair. Don't moan, don't complain. Learn to be thick-skinned. Make the most of what you can. Most people are a complete waste of time. A lesson never ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. Don't let people know too much about you. You don't have to be great to start, but to become great, you just have to start. The moment poverty walks in through the door, love and peace toss themselves out of the window. Keep your mouth shut whenever you are happy. Keep your mouth shut whenever you are sad. Stop comparing yourself with those who started 10 years before you. Focus on your own journey. You can go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Don't be emotionally attached to anyone. People change. Even your best friends may probably turn into strangers one day. No one cares except you. Do what lifts you up in your eyes. What people say does not matter. If you waste money, you can earn it again. If you miss the moment, it can never be returned. Live life with open eyes, ears, and heart. Strong people are always simple. You spend your first 20 years worrying about what people think about you, your next 20 years swearing that you don't care what people think about you, and the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. Think before you act. You can take a second to do something you haven't properly considered that isn't a true reflection of your character, and it can undo a lifetime of kindness and generosity. Life gives you lemons, pepper, salt, and sometimes cold water, but they don't come together or in a certain order, so keep struggling until the lemonade is ready. If you can do it now, you won't do it ever. Never let others know your weaknesses. Instead, always try to show up your positives. Don't tell your friends that you're happy, don't make them angry. Don't tell your enemies that you're unhappy, don't make them happy. Time flies. One day you are 30, the next you are 50. Plan now for what you want 50 to look like. Regretting won't change your past, and it will end up your future if you continue to do that. Don't make hopes. Hopes will create expectation, and expectation makes you weaker. A man who stays long during sex will always prioritize the pleasure and satisfaction of his partner, fostering a deeper connection and creating a more fulfilling and intimate experience for both individuals involved. Passion is super awesome, but it doesn't cure all your problems. Passion can go a long way in your life, but it doesn't mean it's all unicorns and rainbows. You are not unique. There will always be someone else equally attractive, fun, and qualified to replace you. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, but all are necessary for the full story. Learn how to change a flat tire on your vehicle. If you don't value your time, neither will others. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who fight battles we know nothing about. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. Turn your wounds into wisdom. When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen. Don't put off important medical checkups. Practice self-compassion. We are all human, and everyone makes mistakes. Time heals almost everything. Give it time. A good laugh and a long sleep are the two best cures for anything. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for your peace of mind. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. Learn to cook a few basic dishes. It's a valuable life skill. Patience is power. Sometimes you have to let go of something good to make room for something better. Never tolerate disrespect, not even from yourself. Listen more than you speak, for wisdom often comes from silence. Create and stick to a personal budget. What other people think of you is none of your business. Kindness is a language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. The best view comes after the hardest climb. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." Never lose your sense of humor. Laughter is the best medicine for the soul. You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down. Always pay off your credit card debt. It'll save you trouble later. The best revenge is massive success. The more you give, the more you receive. The heart that shares is the heart that's full. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. The most valuable currency is not money, but time. Spend it wisely. A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for. The way you treat others reflects who you are, not who they are. It's not about having what you want, but wanting what you have. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take it and make it perfect. Believe in yourself, and the rest will fall into place. Don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. Life's too short to always play it safe. Always take responsibility for your actions, for it is the mark of a mature individual. Take a deep breath. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. Don't say someday, say now, for someday may never come. Donate to charity. Small acts change lives. A person who doesn't make mistakes doesn't make anything at all. You cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails to reach your destination. The only constant in life is change. Embrace it and you'll grow. Say please and thank you often. You can't change the past, but can shape your future by learning from it. The heaviest burden we carry is the weight of our expectations. It's better to be alone than in bad company. When you stop chasing the wrong things, the right ones catch up. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. The best way to gain self-confidence is to do what you are afraid to do. A river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. The greatest risk is not taking one. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Take time to enjoy life's simple pleasures. It's in these moments that we often find the most joy. Give without expecting anything in return. The only time you should ever look back is to see how far you've come. You cannot have a positive life and a negative mind. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. In the face of adversity, remember that diamonds are made under pressure. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. Do not let the shadows of your past darken the doorstep of your future. Do not postpone joy for the sake of the future. The morrow is promised to no one. The first step to getting anywhere is deciding you're not willing to stay where you are. Stop wasting time on women. Don't chase women. Instead, focus on your growth, values, and cultivating kindness. The right person will find their way to you at the perfect moment, without the need for chasing. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. The more you don't have sex, the less you want it. Spend time with the elderly. Their wisdom and experiences are invaluable. One day or day one, you decide. Don't tell your problems to everyone. 80% don't care, and the other 20% are glad you have them. Stop looking for the good in people. Start instead looking for good people. You have to do what is right for you. No one else is walking in your shoes. The more thankful you are, the more you attract things to be thankful for. Never let a bad day make you feel like you have a bad life. Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else's is a second spent wasting yours. You can lie down for people to walk on you, and they will still complain that you are not flat enough. When thinking about life, remember this: no amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Every person in your life is a teacher. Some bring lessons about love and support, others teach you what to avoid. You see a person's true colors when you are no longer beneficial to their life. Don't get married because you think it's something you have to do. You don't have as much time as you think. Tell those people you love that you love them, and say it often. If you've never questioned whether or not you made the right decision, you haven't taken big enough risks. Not everyone is down for you like they say they are. Never trust what someone says, watch what they do. You can't love somebody enough to make them love you back. Be careful with your words. Once they are said, they can be only forgiven, not forgotten. Don't let someone who did you wrong make you think there's something wrong with you. Don't devalue yourself because they didn't value you. Know your worth even if they don't. If you're willing to sacrifice what you want most for what you want now, then your future will always be filled with disappointment. Being single with peace of mind is way better than having a relationship with someone who makes your life miserable. Sometimes you just have to say no and ignore the guilt trip that follows. Often, the right thing and the hardest thing are the same. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Sometimes in life, your situation will keep repeating itself until you learn your lesson. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. It doesn't matter if you're right sometimes. The people you hang around will shape your life in more ways than you know. Sometimes there's no right decision to make. In those cases, first, you make a decision and then you work to make it right. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. Learn to be content and happy by yourself. If you need a company to be happy, then it will make you weak. You're not responsible for what other people expect from you. Not every thought needs to be expressed. There are things in life we don't want to happen, but have to accept. Things we don't want to know, but have to learn, and people we can't live without, but have to let go. No matter who tries to teach you lessons about life, you won't understand it until you go through it on your own. You can start your life over any time you want. You can start being the person you actually want to be today, right now. The people who ask the most from you are the people who do the least for you. Never sacrifice these three things: your family, your heart, or your dignity. Always look at where you're going, not where you've been. Sometimes it's not the people who change, it's the mask that falls off. Show respect even to people who don't deserve it, not as a reflection of their character, but as a reflection of yours. When you find no solution to a problem, it's probably not a problem to be solved, but rather a truth to be accepted. Nothing ever goes away until it teaches us what we need to know. Don't make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. Sometimes it's best just to cut people off, no matter how hard it is. Some people just aren't worth the effort. To understand a person's character, don't just look at their action, observe their reaction. It is harder to fake a reaction. The way people treat you is a reflection of their character, not yours. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Love is not enough to make a happy, lasting relationship. Being open and unafraid to communicate is vastly important, even if it's a difficult conversation. Everything in life teaches you a lesson. You just have to be willing to learn. The measure of a man is the way he bears up under misfortune. If you put them on a pedestal, they will have no choice but to look down on you. Each pain makes you more strong, each betrayal more intelligent, every disappointment more skillful, and each experience more wise. When you get married, everything good about your relationship and everything bad about your relationship intensifies. You teach people how to treat you. If a woman doesn't love you, she calls you brother. If a man thinks of sex too often, it is a sign that he has an imbalance within, a seeking of harmony, and a longing for contentment in the realm of thoughts and desires. Sometimes it's a blessing to not get what you want. The more you like yourself, the less you'll need others. And just because you're good at keeping other people's secrets, it doesn't mean that they will do the same for you. Learn to earn $10,000 to $53,000 a month editing, just like I do on my YouTube channels. Join our school and get free promotion, monetization guidance and support. Link in bio.